NBC Tower in Chicago. This is Channel 5 News with Warner Saunders and Joan Esposito and Jim Hill with weather. The Channel 5 News at noon.
The legal rap continues against the controversial rap group 2 Live Crew. Yesterday in San Antonio, Texas, police gave store owners 5 days to remove the group's Nasty As You Wanna Be album from their shelves. Gabe Gaggiano has more.
San Antonio Vice Squad police are delivering a message to all record store owners in town. Voluntarily stop selling 2 Live Crew's Nasty As They Wanna Be or risk trouble with the law. Store owners are complying, especially after hearing 2 Live's lyrics for the first time.
I listened to some of the words, and I don't think we have to have anything that filthy out on a record or tape. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, are we selling music or are we selling filth?
Law enforcement officials decided to ask store owners to pull the records after a federal judge in Florida ruled 2 Live Crew violates obscenity laws.
It has no social or redeeming or value whatsoever. No scientific or educational value. It is obscene. It is sending an obscene message to the children of mainstream America.
Now that Vice Squad members have gotten the word out about the 2 Live Crew album, they're going to wait a week. And when they come back, if these records are still for sale, record store owners may be arrested.
I would say they were possible if people persist. I noticed they were arrested in Florida over the same tape.
Law enforcement officials want voluntary compliance with the new obscenity ruling. They hope no one has to be jailed for selling 2 Live Crew records. Gabe Caggiano for NBC News, San Antonio.
No such actions yet here in Chicago, but there is no telling what will happen when the 2 Live Crew comes here to perform this Friday. Channel 5's Rich Samuels reports.
In case you haven't heard,
it's the concert you've been waiting for. Friday, June 15th.
It's hardcore rap.
The emphasis is on hardcore. Hardcore music with 4-letter words, the epitome of urban music.
Basically, my job would be getting the crowd into it, hyping the crowd.
Ramon Ski Love will be the MC.
They've actually been here twice in the last 8 months or so.
Al Kennedy's the promoter. Mike Baylog manages the amphitheater.
On the previous occasions when they've appeared here, have there been any problems at all?
No.
Together as one, we will be.
And just what has controversy done for this group? Leader Luther Campbell has gone from the ghetto of Miami's Liberty City.
Hey, man, how you doing, Mr. Graham? Oh, yeah.
To a home overlooking a country club.
They told me I need to learn how to play golf.
Over the weekend, controversy also took him to jail on an obscenity charge.
You sell Nasty As They Want to Be here, right?
Yes, sir. Sure do.
No sheriffs have come in here yet to take them out of your store?
No, yet. Not yet.
And at the amphitheater Friday,
we tell the kids in the parking lot as they're walking in over loudspeakers that they will be searched at the door.
Not to worry.
What effect do you think that all this controversy about them is going to have on your box office?
I think it's going to help the box office. I've noticed a considerable difference in the ticket sales.
All this controversy is doing what no marketing company could have ever done.
It's a hype. It's a big hype.
Little hype doesn't hurt, does it?
No, not at all.
And perhaps they'll sing their new song, music borrowed from Bruce Springsteen.
In the USA.
Rich Samuels, Channel 5 News.
As we reported at 9 tonight, the argument over what is included in the First Amendment is as old as the amendment itself, and that's more than 200 years old.
It's true.
Tonight, that argument is heating up again. This time, it concerns the rap group called 2 Live Crew.
The band is coming to Chicago in the heat of controversy. Its album, Nasty As They Wanna Be, banned in South Carolina, pulled from the shelves in Texas, and a federal judge in Florida called it obscene. A whole bunch of folks went to jail. Now, if they can manage to keep from getting locked up before then, 2 Live Crew is slated for an appearance here in Chicago tomorrow night. Fox 32 entertainment reporter Amy Scott has a preview of what we might expect from the nasty boys of 2 Live Crew.
Be my lady, not another hoe. So let me know that you belong to me. Together as one, we will be. Jim Brodsky.
There's a lot to be said for the power of negative publicity. In the past few weeks, since the rap group 2 Live Crew started making headlines for their controversial lyrics, record sales of the album Nasty As We Wanna Be have gone through the roof. And since a federal judge in Florida declared the lyrics obscene, the controversy has flared. Earlier this week, Florida authorities cracked down on both record store owners who refused to remove the LP from their shelves and the band members themselves after attempting to perform the material live. Regardless of the court's position, supporters of the group say it's just media hype.
I think for someone who is not aware of the 2 Live Crew, someone who just lived a life and not really familiar with rap, will possibly be even disappointed when they see it because it's not really anything that bad. It's just been blown far out of proportion.
And fans agree.
Or just boot stuff to sell the tickets, you know. They will sell tickets, and they are getting rich. They're sitting back laughing while everybody's, you know, banning their album.
I don't feel that they should be getting arrested after every concert for the simple fact that the city, the mayors, and everyone know the type of lyrics and the type of music that they write. So if they feel they have to be arrested after every show, they shouldn't let them perform at all.
Tonight the group is appearing in Atlanta, and if all goes well at that performance and no one gets arrested, tomorrow night they'll be here in Chicago at the Amphitheater, appearing with 3 other rap acts, including another controversial group, the Ghetto Boys.
If they're going to come down on the 2 Live Crew, they need to get down off into the rock and roll thing, like with Guns N' Roses, and them killing cats and animals and all this on stage, dissecting animals. They need to come down on them if they're going to focus on the music industry.
But the lyrics in contention in this case not only cross the lines of good taste, they also lean towards sexual abuse against women. Even finding a few lyrics airable for television was hard.
Lay a on the bed, flat on her back, hold her legs up high, make the you can put her in the bus by sitting on a sink. Wrap her legs right now, take this.
But fans eat it up. Though 2 Live Crew has appeared at the Amphitheater twice in the past 6 months, ticket sales for this 3rd show have jumped considerably.
As far as their stage show, it's not that big of a deal. Their lyrics, they're being blasted for, but I'd say on vinyl, you can understand them a lot more than in the arena. You have the kids screaming, the music is loud. I can't even understand the lyrics.
And though previous shows went off without incident, amphitheater staff will be prepared.
We take precautions anyway, just to ensure the safety of the public here. I have a large security force. It's peer security. We search people coming in. Business as usual. Everybody on their toes. It's a rap show.
It seems the more attention these groups get, the more other groups want attention. The bandwagon is getting bigger, and the song themes are getting more graphic. But don't you think you could rap about sex or love in a more positive way than,
People tired of hearing everybody rap like that. Everybody talk like that, sing like that. People tired of hearing that fairy tale stuff. Oh, baby, I die for you. Oh, don't leave me. I don't know what I'm going to do if you leave me again. They people ready to hear real stuff. That's why they buying our albums.
Blacks are getting paid, and they can't stand it. Now, they say we're too violent, for instance, but why in the hell is rock still in existence?
I'm going to tell you why it still remains. Like a coat in the hang, it's a white thing.
Word.
Amy Scott, Fox 32 News.
Well, I don't think that controversy is going to end here. It's going to go on.
You're right.
Channel 2, WBBM Television, Chicago.
Live from Chicago's news team. The 10 o'clock news.
Police in Georgia tonight are keeping a close watch on a performance by 2 Live Crew. Police say they will arrest band members if they perform their explicit music. Fear of being arrested prompted the group to cancel an early evening nightclub show. Band members arrived at the club a little while ago for the scheduled 2nd show. The group performs in Chicago tomorrow night, and as Jennifer McLogan reports, despite an X-rated reputation, no problems are expected.
And if they don't like it, they get kids.
The group's popularity, in part, stems from its shock value. As the hardcore rappers 2 Live Crew head to Chicago, they're gaining popularity thanks to prosecutors and lawmakers in the South. where the group's most recent album was officially labeled obscene, and where members of Two Live Crew were arrested after performing explicit lyrics from the album.
All the girls and I make them cry. I'm like a dog getting beat, a freak without warning. I have an appetite for sex, cause me so horny.
We don't talk about killing people and having sex. We don't talk about all that. We talk about things that everybody talk about every day.
You a stupid motherfucker. I'm trying to stress the fact that you're dumb.
Several Chicago disc jockeys who play rap music say they're not great fans of Two Live Crew, but they think the group has every right to play its music.
There are bigger crimes to be solved in America. I mean, there's been explicit lyrics in blues records. There's been explicit lyrics in heavy metal songs. Why all of a sudden the Two Live Crew?
Down where in the cities that they're having problems, they're not used to the urban scene, and it's the Bible Belt. And politicians usually react when there's special interest groups and parents who are in an uproar.
Promoters say the climate in Chicago is far more sophisticated, and the state's attorney has made no moves to block the concert. Chicago police say they do not expect any extra trouble here at the amphitheater, and that so far, the usual detail unit is assigned to the Two Live Crew concert here tomorrow night. Jennifer McLogan, Channel 2 News.
Two Live Crew has performed in Chicago twice in the last year with no problems. We didn't even know they were in town, did we?